Hello everyone. I am here with third chapter synthetic fiber and plastics. Before this we have completed the first two chapters, that is crop production and management and then microorganism. So in this chapter synthetic fibers and plastics we will discuss about what is synthetic fiber, what is plastics, what are the types of synthetic fibers and plastics, and how they are useful or how they are harmful, what are the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. So in this video I have given the summary of the chapter, not the whole chapter. It is the point wise discussion here. So I have here in the summary it will help you to understand the chapter better. So, synthetic fiber. Synthetic fibers are man-made fibers. They are made from chemicals. They are not natural. They are made from chemicals. They are not natural. Monomer. Second one is monomer. What is monomer? Monomer is one small chemical unit. Chemical unit means combination of chemicals. So this blue one, let us assume this is one monomer. It contains different types of chemicals. Together they combine and form one unit. So this is called monomer. So monomer is one small single unit, and when these monomer they combine together they form polymer. So combination of small unit, that is monomer, it is called polymer. Polymerization is a process of combining monomers to form a large polymer. Polymerization is a process. Suppose polythene is a polymer of ethylene. How these monomers are combined together? They are linear polymerization and cross-linked polymerization. Linear polymerization means when the monomers are combined in a straight line. Linear means line. So it is a linear polymerization. And cross-linked polymerization, when they are crossed each other, they are combined and they cross each other. This is crossed polymerization. Now we come to types of synthetic fiber. So types of synthetic fiber, the first one is rayon. Rayon is a synthetic fiber which is made from wood pulp. It is a semi-synthetic fiber and it is also called artificial silk because it looks like silk. It is shining like silk, so it is also called silk, artificial silk. It can be dyed, means it can be colored, it can be given color of different types of color. It is used to make jackets, tracksuits, carpets, curtain, etc. Second one is nylon. Nylon is fully synthetic fiber material. The raw material means कच्चा माल जिसको यूज करके बनाया जाता है. So the raw materials are coal, petroleum, water and air. Coal and petroleum are fossil fuel. They are obtained from the earth. They are also called petrochemicals. They do not crease easily. To understand crease, when you fold your socks, you do not get the folding mark. So that is the crease. So your socks does not crease easily. So it is made up of nylon. Easy to dye. They do not absorb water, and the uses what we use, it is the toothbrush bristles. Then since nylon is very strong, it is very resistant, very flexible also. So ropes for mountain climbing and parachutes are made from nylon. Polyester. Polyester is a chemical synthetic fiber, which is the chemical which is used is ester. So it is combination of ester unit. It can be drawn into fiber. It is very strong. Durable means which is long lasting. Resistance means opposes to chemicals and wrinkles, does not react with chemicals and does not get crushed. This fiber can be woven into fabric, but it is highly flammable, which can catch fire easily. That is called flammable. So it is used for making clothes, polyester clothes, making ropes, and then the bottles, PET bottles. Acrylic is similar to wool fiber. Wool is an animal fiber which we get from yak, sheep, rabbit, goat, etc. So acrylic resembles to wool fiber, that it is warm to wear And it is also wrinkle resistance, does not crush easily. Resistance to moth. Moth is a type of insects which can be in your clothes and eat away the clothes. So it is resistance to moth. It can be wash and dry easily. It is used for making sweater and track suits. Lining for gloves. Lining means the inner layer of the gloves. Furnishing fabric. That means sofa cover, bed cover, curtain, cushion cover. They are all furnishing fabric, carpet. So it is made, acrylic is made, used to make all these type of things. The popular name are Orolon and Acrylon. Blended fiber. Blend means to mix. So blended fiber, when two fibers are combined together to get a good characteristics, that is called blended fiber. And then the fabric is made blended fabric. So here terylene is a chemical. It is mixed with natural fiber cotton, that is terrycot. Then terylene, it is a wool, that is terry wool. So terylene or terrycot we use for a school uniform so that it is easy to wash and iron it. Characteristics of fibers, different types of fibers. Cotton and rayon fibers. Cotton is pure natural fiber, whereas rayon is a semi-natural fiber. They catch fire easily and continue to burn with flame. Since they are made from plants, so they give smell of burning paper. Silk and wool we obtain from animal. They do not catch fire easily. They do not continue to burn, but they give the smell of burning hair. Nylon, polyester and acrylic, they do not catch fire easily, but due to heat they melt and they stick to the body. What are the advantages of synthetic fiber? Synthetic fibers are strong, high tensile strength, means they can hold load. They are easy to maintain, do not wrinkle, absorb less water, so they easily dry. Then they are soft, stretchable, means they can be stretched to a length. They are cheap and long lasting. Cheap means सस्ता and long lasting means जल्दी खराब नहीं होता, durable. Disadvantage of synthetic fiber, since they do not absorb water, so they will not absorb sweat, so they are not fit to wear in summer season. They catch fire easily and they stick to the body, they melt with the heat, so it is a disadvantage. While due to temperature, while cooking food, you must be knowing that in Diwali during burning crackers, it is always advised to wear cotton clothes, not synthetic metal, because not synthetic clothes, because they stick to the body. Due to heat, they melt and stick to the body. Now next we come to plastic. Plastic is also a synthetic material which is made from plastic chemicals. Today era is called plastic era because we are using plastic in variety of ways. Your lunch box, your pencil box, different types of pen you use, even your iCard, the belt, the fabric of your iCard. So all these are even the cover of the book, they are all plastic coated. So we are using plastic at ATM card, PAN card, it is all plastic. So in today's life, today era, we are using plastic in different ways. It is a synthetic polymer and it can be given different shape. This property is called plasticity, that is to give different shape, it is called plasticity. Polythene, polyvinyl, the carpet, it is used for making flooring. Polyvinyl chloride, bakelite, cooking material, utensils, switchboards, the switches, they are all made from bakelite. They are all example of plastic. Plastic is basically divided into two parts. Thermoplastic. Thermoplastic are those type of plastics which become soft when heated and it is easy to remold. Remold means to change the shape. We can change the shape of thermoplastic. Polymer chain is not strong. Why this type of plastic they are molded? Because their chain is not strong. They are linear. So they can be remolded. For example, polythene and PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Thermosetting plastics are those plastics. They do not become soft when heated. They are heat resistant. So they cannot be remolded. They cannot be given different shape. They are hard and brittle. Brittle means which can break easily. When you hammer that thermostatic plastic, it will break into pieces. because their polymers are cross-linked. For example, bakelite and melamine. Melamine dining material, dining plates which I used, dinner set I used made up of melamine. Bakelite switchboards, they are switchboards, switches, all they are made from bakelite. Properties of plastics: light in weight, strength strong. Strength can vary depending upon the chemicals, depending upon the bond, the strength can vary. You can see the polythene which you use for marketing. Some polythenes are very thin, transparent, whereas some polythene poly bag which you carry, they are strong, they are thick one. So strength can vary. They are less reactive to chemicals and water. Not breakable, they are used for the non-breakable packaging material. To pack anything, we use polythene bags or poly bags or plastics. Then highly flammable. Highly flammable means which can catch fire easily. So same thing for synthetic fiber, it can catch fire, it melts, and when it burns, it releases toxic gases. It is poor conductor of heat and electricity. So plastic, they do not conduct heat, they do not get heated as fast as metals get, but they melt and they do not conduct electricity. Uses of plastics: polythene for packaging material, PET bottles are used for container, microwave container, polystyrene for electronic items, the body of computers, laptops, it is all different types of plastic. PVC, polyvinyl chloride, that is used for pipe, water plumbing pipe. Bakelite, it is used for electric fitting and switches. Melamine, dinner set, and Teflon is also a plastic which is used as a coating in non-stick pans. You must have seen non-stick pans. So Teflon is used as a coating. Now we come to how to dispose plastics. Since plastics are non-biodegradable, we know that this is the plastic era. All the things which we use maximum are made up of plastics, but it is non-biodegradable, means it does not decompose with help of microorganisms, so it pollutes the environment. When you burn the plastics, to dispose it, you burn the plastic, then it will release harmful gases, that is toxic gases, which is again polluting the environment. When you throw in water bodies, it will not decompose in water bodies, it will float in the water bodies, and it may harm to aquatic animals. Some aquatic animals, they swallow it, yeah, sometimes they get wrapped around the plastics and they die. If you throw in drains, nali mein phekoge agar, then it will block the drains, it will block the passage of water. If you dig the soil and bury the plastic, what will happen? It will remain in the soil and then block the path for the seepage of groundwater. So proper disposal of plastic is very important. For the proper disposal, we use 4R principle or 4R rule, that is reduce the use of plastic. जितना कम से कम हम उसको use कर सके. Then reuse. Once using a plastic, we use a plastic which can be used many times. So we can reuse the plastic. Recycle. Some plastic which we cannot reuse, we can send it to recycle bin where it is recycled into some other things. Then rediscover. It is basically for the generation of waste. So rediscover. Find among yourself what you need, what you don't need, so that you are able to generate less waste for the society. So these are the things which we follow for our principal rules, so to reduce the use of plastics. Okay, with this I come to the end of this chapter. I have given the summary of the chapter. To know the whole chapter, you have to read the chapter. So please give your comments. What is lacking here and what do you want to know more?